Welcome back to another OTD unboxing video. Today I have for you the 2025 Hot Wheels Pop Culture G case. So this is Mix 1 for 2025. Obviously, Pop Culture HXD 63 is your case code here. All made in Indonesia these days. So definitely, some good looking cars coming out of the Pop Culture line lately. Let's pop this case open and see just what we get. This case comes over from Stop Diecast, so make sure you order your cases from onestopdiecast.com and get a, well, let's see. Are we going to get 2 full sets of this mix, or are we going to get an uneven assortment? All right. Pop in that case. All right. Let's start with the repeats, right? We had a couple of repeats in this mix. Unfortunately, more than half the set is repeats, but then again, if you are a collector of various cars and missed them in the past, or if you are just a casting collector, sometimes the repeats provide nice opportunities to get another style of wheel that hasn't been previously released on that casting. So, Mystery Machine. I am a collector of the Mystery Machine. I will just share that right now. And if you go to onestopdiecast.com, you can actually see my collection from several years back when I posted a photo of all the ones in my collection, sans the ZMAC convention one that I didn't have time to photograph, I think, at the time. But anyways, that is that, though. The Mystery Machine reappears in Pop Culture. And it was kind of like in Pop Culture, last year, obviously, it merged right from entertainment and the previous Pop Culture line, and Pop Culture is now more of a umbrella term used for anything that is basically movie or tampoed graphics, related. So, all right, Mr. Machine. I'm not sure if these are new wheels. They kind of do look like new wheels, but then again, I have so many Mr. Machines that they're all this turquoise kind of color with various styles of wheels. So, unless you're kind of a variant fanatic like I am, this may not be for you. But then again, this one is always one of the first ones to go. So I'm not going to knock the repeats too hard in this case. All right, so Mr. Machine, 2 of those in this case. Great release of that one. Next car out of the case. Everybody's favorite Knight Rider car, actually. Well, it's the only Knight Rider car, really, right? Kit. You know what? While we're on the topic of Knight Rider, we've seen Kit, we've seen Car, which is basically Kit, as the evil car, and then we see the Super Pursuit, right? Those are the 3 Knight Rider cars. I would like to see, if you remember, like back in 2008, they did like the revamp of the Knight Rider series. I would like to see the Mustang that they used. I know it's not as classic as the Knight Rider Firebird, but it would be pretty cool to see that Mustang. So side note there, Hot Wheels, if you're listening. But we do see Kit here, very similar to the ones we've seen in the past. Not a whole lot has changed, but always cool to have Kit if you haven't had it before. So 2 of those in this case. I'm going to save some of these better ones for just a moment here. All right. So this one is, we'll just say it's different but the same. We have the 1968 Mazda Cosmo Sport, Jay Leno's garage here. So, if I'm remembering correctly, the 1968 Mazda Cosmo Sport debuted in Japan Historics 3 in car culture in this deco. I think it only came in this color, right? If I'm not mistaken, in this kind of like pearl white, from the factory. And yeah, so I'll have to compare the 2 to see if they're any different. But this one has the Jay Leno's garage kind of series look to it on the car, at least in terms of the card art. So, Jay Leno probably has that factory Cosmo Sport in his garage, so that is why we're seeing it. But not too big on that one, obviously, because we've seen it before. All right, the last 2 cars out of this case are the ones that are gonna go right away. And I think this mix has already started appearing at retail, and I have seen no trace of these two. All right, the killer here, the Kool Kombi. Kool Kombi, popular casting, always, whether it's in the main line, it's in premium. This one comes with a metal base, some chrome tires. This one's going to be popular with the customizers, with that metal combo of real riders. But let's talk about the deco here. The 80th anniversary of Mattel. Red paint, white roof, kind of some grade 80 logos there. 80 with Mattel logo inside. This is a theme we're going to see throughout 2025, I'm told. So throughout 2025, we'll see the 80th anniversary of Mattel celebrated throughout some premium, mainline, 5-packs, whatnot. So, but here we go. And I bet you, I'm willing to bet it goes across all brands as well. I just don't know about the other brands. But we've see this one here, the Kool Kombi, and I will share that there is a card art variation. I'm guessing that probably the variation that is not shown here is the harder one, because I see two of these in this case. So I'm not sure if it's like a chase situation or a short run, but we have the Kool Kombi in Mattel 80th deco. And I like this. I like this card art. From what I've seen, the other one's kind of got like a white base here. It doesn't vary too much from this. I'm not sure if they just had two different designs or what, but you have the kind of the Mattel Starburst logo behind here and kind of a zigzaggy pattern here, but it does kind of show off, lend itself to the design of the card art to kind of make that vehicle pop. So pop culture, pop, pop, pop. All right, two of those in that case. And last but not least, we have our new casting. So, there's, obviously there's been countless Aston Martins before. They're all kind of released numerous times in a metal flake silver or metal flake like dark gray. But this is the Aston Martin Vanquish. I remember seeing Die Another Day and just loving this car. This is one good-looking Aston Martin, and yeah, this one is done right. I mean, I don't see a single flaw in the casting design or in the deco execution. You get those Euro 10-spoke modern real riders on there. You get a nice subtle kind of line around the top of the car. I'm sure that's something. The vents, those really cool headlights, that front grille. The light is really bad in here, but you can see that front grille, the front Euro style license plate, and the rear there. Yeah, this one is wow. Yeah, thank you, Ron Wong. This is a great looking Aston Martin and a killer way to end this case. So let me know. Let's talk in the comments what you think of the 2025 Hot Wheels Pop Culture G case, mix 1 for 2025. Obviously the repeats are one thing, but let's hear about these new this new casting and this Combi. These are going to be some killer ones, and even if you're a fan of the other ones, let me know about those too, and we'll talk there. Thank you for watching.